I should at least know exactly what I did wrong.
Nah, it don't work that way.
If I'm required to acknowledge that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly.
What? Oh, I choked. Well, it's Friday. Good day. Because they pissed off the GOAT. And I'm here for it. I already know he about to talk that shit. I already know he about to, hold on, let me try my best to not cuss. But nah, I mean, that's me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Take it or leave it, dog. He don't cuss, I cuss over here. But it ain't even about that. I'm here to hear him talk his shit. Twitter over here doing dumb shit. We about to watch Jordan Peterson getting that ass. Let's go.
A few days ago, I penned an irritated tweet in response to one of the latest happenings on the increasingly heated culture war front. In response to the decision of an actor named Ellen Elliott Page. I am employing this awkward and impossible naming style because it is now apparently mandatory and am probably doing it wrong nonetheless, as you're doing it wrong is the whole point of what has been made mandatory. But also, I'm trying to make a point. I've essentially been banned from Twitter as a consequence. I say banned, although technically I have been suspended. But the suspension will not be lifted unless I delete the hateful tweet in question, and I would rather die than do that. And hopefully it will not come to that, although who the hell knows in these increasingly strange days.
Some might say he went too far by saying I'd rather die, but no, that's real shit right there. That's real shit right there. We ain't there yet, but we might end up that way just from how fucked up everything is right now, man. Y'all see it. Y'all see it, bro. He's not exaggerating, bro. That's real shit. Let's go.
Who the hell knows in these increasingly strange days.
That's a fact.
What was it that I said that caused such a fuss? And that fuss is just beginning. And even more importantly and complexly, what exactly was it that I said that resulted in the ban? Here is the tweet in question. Remember when pride was a sin? And Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. Then a link to a story that detailed out the happenings. The response from Twitter, quote, violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. By clicking delete, you acknowledge that your tweet violated the Twitter rules. Delete.
I ain't deleting shit.
If you think we've made a mistake, submit an appeal to us. Please note that should you do so, your account will remain locked while we review your appeal. Let's take this apart. First, it is clearly the case that I did not promote violence against
at all
or threaten anyone
at all
with my missive. So that leaves the arguably lesser sin of harass. Let's assume, since I wasn't informed, that that was the crime. And further, harassment on the basis of so-called gender identity, since Twitter did not do me the favor of actually specifying my crime, and there are many possibilities on that front. We unfortunately have to guess at why this has occurred, and that's actually a big problem in and of itself, and also indicative of the utter carelessness of the Twitter organization with regard to the propriety of its own censorial actions. I should at least know exactly what I did wrong.
We all, I mean, I don't know, maybe all of y'all don't know this shit, but there's a lot of us that know how this shit goes, bro, with these social media platforms and the agendas they push, bruh, and it's their fucking platform at the end of the day. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and it's up to you whether you want to motherfucking get down with them or not. You want to use their platform, you got to abide by their regulations, however unfair they may seem. They deem anything that they oppose against their community guidelines, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go through the shit with Twitter. I went through the same shit with motherfucking TikTok, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I ain't not a nair hate speech on that motherfucker. I literally posted videos of me not saying anything and reacting to other fucking videos on TikTok, and they tore my shit down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't even what this is about. Like, all of us can cry and fuss and get mad and get pissed off all goddamn day, but we gonna continue to motherfucking sign up and use these platforms because they rule the goddamn world. They rule social media, bro. And you know what I'm saying? This is how we fucking feed our kids and shit, man. So it's a fucked up situation. But Jordan Peterson, on the other hand, he actually has clout. Like, he's made it. You know what I'm saying? Him speaking on this shit can actually fucking shake some shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm glad he out here doing this shit, speaking up for everybody, bro. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know how much fucked up shit is on Twitter that they don't censor? It's out there for everybody to fucking see. If they went by these community guidelines shit, they would bring half that shit they got up on Twitter down. But nah, it's only shit that opposes their agenda, they fucking message, their goddamn conditioning Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all these motherfuckers is doing, bro. And it's a bunch of bullshit, bro. So hopefully Jordan Peterson doing this shit will put some battery packs in some motherfuckers' asses, like to start our own shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking fucking power and leverage away from these motherfuckers and bring it over here because everybody's feeling this shit. The majority of motherfuckers are feeling the pressures of censored speech, their freedom of speech being taken away. You know what I'm saying? These agendas being pushed. The majority of people out here feel that. And the motherfuckers that don't are probably out here spewing a fucking agenda, so they don't feel any clapback from anybody. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm just glad he's speaking on it, bro, because it's gonna shed light on everything, bro. He just posted this shit 3 hours ago, so already got fucking like 400,000 views, bro. Yeah, we getting it popping. We getting it popping. Come on, JP, let's get it.
I should at least know exactly what I did wrong.
Nah, it don't work that way.
If I'm required to acknowledge that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly.
I choked. Hey, bro. Hey, dog. It's real in the field, bro. You got JP out here cussing, dog. I'm never gonna censor myself ever again. I'm over here. Oh, fuck. I got the hiccups now, bro. Hey, you sons of bitches. Come on, dog.
I am required to acknowledge that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. What rules, you sons of bitches? Exactly. Precisely. Because such things matter when the accusations start flying. So what did I say that might constitute harassment? Well, many things, hypothetically. Let's begin with, remember when pride was a sin?
Break it down.
Although that is merely a factual statement, because under the old rules, applicable even a decade ago, pride was a sin and had been recognized as perhaps the cardinal sin for thousands of years previously. It still might be regarded as unacceptable to the woke authoritarian moralists who now insist, for example, that we celebrate Pride Month, not hour or day or week, but month, and who have literally called it Pride Month instead of LGBT plus month or whatever else alphabet acronym which is currently insisted upon as the only acceptable enlightened terminology.
Call them out, big dog.
I don't regard pride as a virtue. It has been classically regarded as a sin. I don't see that sexual orientation or sexual desire of any sort is something to celebrate or to take pride in. And so what I said was merely a fact.
I know what people are going to say. Pride is about people from this community being prideful from where they've been to where they are now. You know what I'm saying? But by definition, you know, pride is a fucking sin, dog. And he felt the need to say that shit, though, because this year's pride has been goddamn ridiculous, dog. Y'all been doing too fucking much, and y'all know that. It's been plenty of members from the LGBTQ plus out here, and they have called out the bullshit, too, saying it's a bunch of nonsense. Y'all making us look bad. And he called it out perfectly. It's going to be a culture war. It's already a culture war. You know what I'm saying? People out here doing crazy shit, talking crazy on the internet, bro. And the more they keep pushing the fucking pedal, putting this shit in everybody's face, forcing this shit down, put people's throat. It's gonna be a physical cultural war here pretty soon, dog. If motherfuckers don't let up or some shit don't get fixed, y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. You know what I'm saying? JP's talking.
What I said was merely a fact. Now, it's possible that I hurt someone's feelings.
Who cares? Because
I pointed out that pride goes before, for example, a fall, but I don't care about that. Would do it again. And also consider it my duty to warn those who are about to fall into a pit that the path they are on leads suddenly downhill. But that was probably not the reason that I was banned from Twitter, although, as I said, I am in the position of having to guess. Next phrase to interrogate. And Ellen Page. Now, why did I stop there? Because in all likelihood, it was this seemingly innocuous phrase, including the name of a well-known actress, there I'm in trouble again, that likely resulted in my ban. I committed the fatal crime of what has come to be known in the appalling sensorial terminology of the insane activists as deadnaming, which is the act of referring to someone who has transitioned, another hated piece of jargon and slogan, by the name and by the inference, the gender, really the sex, that everyone knew them by previously, and in the case of Ellen/Elliot, that millions of people recognized and knew. So I should have either called him, her, they, Elliot, instead of Ellen, although as we will discover, that would have made it impossible for me to say what I wanted to and need to say in the remaining phrases. Not that such a problem would bother those who are objecting to my speech in the first place. The next phrase is, just had her breasts removed. This bit suffers from a very similar problem. I employed the forbidden pronoun her when Elliot, Ellen, is now to be regarded as a he or else. But there's a conundrum here, to say the least, and not just for me, although I have been banned because of it. Was Elliot/Ellen a she or a he or Ellen or Elliot when she or he or they, that's Elliot.
Hey, he trolling, bro. He trolling. Talk that shit, bro. Talk that shit. This is what it's gonna come down to. Motherfuckers gonna be petty as fuck. And making everybody see how ridiculous shit is that y'all trying to get us to do. You ain't about to force nobody's fucking hand to do nothing. As long as we got people out here willing to stand up, fight back to this shit. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. He's talking to the woke, crazy, ridiculous ass, entitled, delusional motherfuckers who just think the shit don't stink and they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do and not get checked. That's not the world everybody lives in, man. You can live your life the way the fuck you want to live your life, but when that has something to do with my life, there's some shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's an exchange needs to fucking happen. You can't just fucking slap your dick around everywhere and then just think everybody's gonna allow this shit. No, fuck that. Who the fuck you think you are? But for some reason, this fucking group has all the power. They're protected like a motherfucker, and it pisses me off because there's so many other fucking minorities that gotta fucking struggle and dealing with their daily troubles and shit. They don't get any type of attention at all in comparison to all this fucking hoopla and uproar around these entitled motherfuckers from the LGBTQ community that think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, however the fuck they want to do it, and they know they can. They out here gloating because they're not gonna get checked. They're not gonna get checked. So we need the motherfuckers from the LGBTQ plus that know this shit is wrong to stand up and fucking say something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this shit is wrong. Y'all know this shit is fucking wrong, dog.
Or alien, by the way, had his or her or their breasts removed. If he or she was a he
wouldn't have
then
breasts.
Why was it necessary to have the mastectomy?
Facts.
And how could those I am writing to make sense of what I was saying if it was his breasts that were removed?
I'm confused, motherfuckers.
Were those male breasts or female breasts that were removed? If they were male breasts, then why were they removed? If they were female breasts and had therefore become objectionable to the degree that surgery generally reserved for cancer treatment was required, was morally obligatory, then wasn't Elliot still Ellen and he still she? How could I possibly have written that sentence in any sensible manner whatsoever, while simultaneously making my point understandably and not breaking Twitter rules against so-called
It's so stupid.
hateful conduct.
It's so stupid. we supposed to just fuck up the English language and accommodate y'all's feelings to deliver certain messages. Where if I go ahead and say this shit the way y'all want me to say it, it's gonna look ridiculous. Elliot has had his breast removed. The majority of the world don't talk that talk. But I'm supposed to say it that way to accommodate them. When if I say it this way, then the majority of motherfuckers will understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I know people connected with the messenger, and they know JP is against this shit, so they think he's doing this shit intentionally, like it's calculated, trying to fucking stir the pot. Whatever the fuck ever, it would help more than it would harm. You know what I'm saying? Just tearing the English language up. And then causing confusion in the process. It's ridiculous fuck any way you fucking look at it. Any way you slice it, bro. Any way you slice it, man.
And Elliot Page just had his breasts removed?
Makes no sense.
Was he Elliot then?
Yeah.
When exactly? Exactly. He was definitely Ellen at some point in the past, or so indicate all his, her, them, their film credits. Will all those have to be reshot since they employed the hated dead name? That doesn't exist, by the way, that dead name category.
I've never even heard of that.
Sensorial
Dead
and
name?
addled minds of a tiny fraction of insanely narcissistic and increasingly dangerous trans activists. When precisely was it incumbent on me to switch my terminology in regard to Elliot/Ellen so that I was not engaging in hateful conduct?
You know what's fucked up? This is gonna go in one ear, out the other. No, it's gonna go in one ear and just lead these crazy motherfuckers to attack. Then this is not gonna help anything. It's gonna just split motherfuckers up even more. But hopefully we can pull those from the LGBTQ that know this shit is fucking wrong. And we need to come up with another acronym, another name for these woke ass radical motherfuckers who think this shit don't goddamn stink. We need a name for these fools. Cause I know that would piss me off if there was some crazy ass, radical fucking black motherfuckers out here just fucking everything up for the rest of the black people, but they keep claiming the black, which is gonna include me in this group. That would piss me off. Like, nah, I don't claim that. Give them motherfuckers another name. We need to do the same shit for these fools because this shit is wrong. It's gonna piss everybody off, and it's stemming a culture war. It's stemming a culture war. You know what I'm saying? So we need to figure out a way to identify and isolate these motherfuckers and put them over there so people don't get offended. What the fuck we gonna call them? What are we gonna call them? Put it in the comments. What we calling these crazy motherfuckers?
And how can I describe the fact that someone who was once a woman, and really still is, had her breasts cut off because she, he, they, their, them had fallen prey to a viciously harmful fad without using the appropriate sex-linked pronoun and the real name of the real person to whom this was really done with his, her, their voluntary but unfortunate acquiescence. And so it was impossible to communicate what had happened to my audience without apparently running afoul of the impossible and absurd rules that now hypothetically govern morality itself in the days of the degenerated postmodern and Marxist ethos that we must still, no matter how impossible it is, abide by or else. And you might object, Ellen/Elliot is an adult, 30-something, and fully capable of making up his, her, their own mind about such things. And she, he, they are welcome from the liberal and the libertarian position to go to hell in a handbasket as she, he, they see fit. And fair enough, to some degree. But I don't believe it is either merely picayune or inappropriate to point out that Ellen/Elliot, who is quite a good actor/actress, is also a ritual model for emulation, being a star with all the privileges and, let us point out, the responsibilities that go along with that. So by acquiescing to this surgery and by publicizing it, by insisting upon the sanctity and the moral virtue of his, her, their new, expensive, dangerous, and medically enhanced identity, and by participating in the whole identity charade, Ellen/Elliot has undoubtedly, with his, her, their so-called courage, And remember, the White House itself has tweeted out every indication of believing in the courage of those who transition. Enticed many a poor, confused adolescent, girl most likely, to blame her emergent pubescent self-consciousness, confusion, and discomfort on being born in the wrong body and believing that the courageous, self-affirming, and morally admirable route is hormonal treatment, sterilization, subjugation to a lifetime of expensive medical complication. How delightfully profitable is that?
Facts.
And misery.
Facts.
And I leave.
All comes back to the money. Me and my girl was talking about this shit in another video. It all comes back to the fucking money. We ask myself, why? Why are they reinforcing this? Why are they pushing this fucking agenda out? It's because they want to keep motherfuckers confused to prey on them. As long as you got all these fucking kids, these impressionable ass kids thinking that they may not be what the fuck they was born as, they gonna seek outlets to fucking fix whatever the fuck they think needs fixing, which costs a lot of money. All these little TikTok doctors getting paid, and it's just a fad. The motherfuckers getting paid off the fad. You know what I mean? And the amount of people that regret sex change therapy, sex change surgery, that fucking number is skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to continue to skyrocket because they're making you feel like it's the right thing to do. It's the fucking wrong thing to do, and y'all goddamn know it. But y'all know it. I just want to, y'all just praying on the motherfucking weak, and then y'all want to fucking demonize the strong. It's all good. Keep demonizing us. We're going to continue to fight. We are going to continue to fight.
Firmly that Ellen/Elliot, or whatever the hell her name or his name is,
Talk your
bears
shit, dog.
Moral culpability for that.
Facts.
And finally, with regard to the final phrase, criminal physician, I must say that I've had some post-coital, so to speak, regrets about that phrase. It is clearly the case that the surgical operation performed by the butchers who butchered Elliot/Ellen was legal. So, was it criminal or not? Were the operations undertaken by the fascist physicians who carried out the Nazi medical experiments legal? Yes, under the laws of the time. But were they criminal? I'll leave that question up to you to answer. And further, perhaps it might be objected, what about the damage done by hypothetically leaving those confused about their identity to dwell in their confusion? Aren't we morally obliged to intervene? And I would say, no. Why? Well, first, do no harm, as the Hippocratic Oath, remember that, insists. And second, it has been a matter of historical consensus that sins of omission are less egregious than sins of commission. Thus, leaving someone with gender dysphoria, no matter how warranted, and perhaps it is in a very tiny minority of truly unfortunate cases, to suffer the consequences of the theoretical mismatch between soul and body is less of a risk ethically, personally, socially, and philosophically than the extremely active intervention that constitutes so-called gender confirming, another hated phrase, surgery. I might also point out that the trans surgery enterprise is now a $300 million per annum growth industry. Rate of projected expansion, 15% per year. Projected increase by 2027.
I'm about to invest. I'm about to invest. You know what I'm saying? The recession ain't gonna bother them one bit. I'm about to invest. Y'all gonna keep attacking me? Fuck it. This shit ain't going nowhere. I'm about to fucking throw my money in that shit some type of way.
To $750 million per year. An expanding enterprise in a time of global uncertainty. Time to invest, both in the requisite surgical skills and perhaps in any industry associated with this vicious and unconscionable fad, primarily entangling, as such things so often do, the youthful and female. Isn't that...
Paying off the fucking impressionable and weak, man. And attack the motherfuckers that intervene, bro. It's the perfect situation to monetize the hell out of that bitch. It's the perfect situation to capitalize off of. It's like it's a win-win. It's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? It is a fucking win-win. You got the people backing it. That's why everybody backing it. That's why the big dogs are backing it, because there's so much fucking money involved. That's every fucking issue there is in society. The fucking dollar is the root of it. It's the source of it. Track that bitch back to the dollar. Any fucking dilemma, any tension, any fucking turmoil we have here in America, in the world, just track it back to the dollar. It's all it is. It's always about that. Every fucking time. Every fucking time.
A concern? Intersectionalists? Not when push comes to shove or ideology to scalpel. Is that not a true moral hazard? And I'm not taking down that tweet or acknowledging that my tweet violated the Twitter rule.
Fuck Twitter. You don't need Twitter, bro. But everybody ain't like you, bro. I need my shit. I'm still a puppy in this motherfucker, dog. JP he's straight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck that. Leave that bitch up there for everybody to goddamn see. Let me see. Is his fucking page still up? Is his page still up on Twitter? I'm not active on Twitter like that. Hold on. Yeah, he's still up there. Hold on, he's still up there. Did they take it down? Oh yeah, they took that bitch down. Of course they took that bitch down. But nah, yeah, JP, you don't need fucking Twitter, bro. You don't need Twitter, bro. Fuck, we need motherfuckers like this who can afford taking the damn sword like that to make it easier for other motherfuckers to do, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, bro. I've taken the sword multiple times, dog.
Moralists. We'll see who cancels who. Twitter's a rat hole in the...
Say it again.
Is that not a true moral hazard? And I'm not taking down that tweet or acknowledging that my tweet violated the Twitter rules. Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who. Twitter's a rat hole in the final analysis, and I have probably contributed to that while trying to use, understand, and master that horrible, toxic platform. No doubt I owe some apologies for that, and I'm trying to learn, but it's a relief in some real sense to be banned, and I regard it under the present conditions as a badge of honor.
Bruh, hey, Daily Wire just picked him up, bro. Hey, man, this is about to be lit. Hey, bro, that shit made my goddamn day, bro. I've been fucking looking forward to getting home to goddamn see what the fuck JP was talking about, dog. I appreciate you, Nick, for sending this shit to me, bro. We out here. JP is a fucking dog. He's a dog. We need him, bro. We need him, man. Yeah, I'm out.